Good evening. Coming up tonight, the student body president announced that USC will be administering another vaccine. More on the vaccine and how to get an appointment.
The South Carolina softball team swept their recent doubleheader. Details on the wins against Charleston Southern.
And finally, SCDHEC has updated the state's COVID-19 case numbers. What you need to know about the virus in South Carolina.
All of that and more tonight on SGTV Nightly News.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse studio, this is SGTV Nightly News.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Lydia Blackstone.
And I'm Eliza Pearl-Philpott. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Last night, there was a mass shooting that resulted in the death of 5 people in York County. The shooter was NFL pro football player Philip Adams, who later on in the night shot himself. The victims were a prominent doctor, his wife, their 2 grandchildren, and a man working outside their house. Philip Adams, who played for the Atlanta Falcons, was from the area with his parents living nearby in Rock Hill.
Recently, SGTV released a story on student paintings in the tunnel between the Science Building and Darla Moore to express themselves in a different way. However, we would like to add that spray painting on the tunnel is a form of vandalism, which can lead to fines or even arrests, according to USC PD. While your freedom of expression allows you to do many things, this area of is university property, which means that you cannot legally paint over it.
The campus COVID dashboard is now updated as of today. The total active cases are at 105, which is a decrease of 15 cases since last update. The percent positive rate is at 1.05%, which is down from the previous 1.39%. The alert level remains at the new normal. Moving on to the state dashboard, the state of South Carolina had 828 new cases, bringing the total to about 500,600. There were also 9 new deaths today, bringing the state total to 9,237.
In a recent tweet, U of SC student body president Alex Harrell says U of SC Student Health Center will be administering the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, which only requires 1 dose. According to Harrell, students can go to the Student Health Center from 8:30 to 3:30 every Tuesday and Thursday to receive theirs. Harrell says the vaccines will be available as long as we have it. Appointments can be scheduled online by visiting sc.edu/myhealth search.
And Eliza Pearl, this is going to be such an easy way for students to go right here on campus. A lot of freshman students that don't have cars, that can't go to those appointments, just able to walk into the health department. That would be great.
Absolutely, and I think this is really going to encourage students to get their vaccine, so hopefully next year school can look a lot more normal.
For sure.
Coming up, midweek sweep for the South Carolina softball team. Who stood out for the Gamecocks? Welcome back, everyone. South Carolina softball swept their doubleheaders this week against Charleston Southern. Let's check in with News 4 sports anchor Wade Rainey to get the details. Wade?
Thanks, Eliza Pearl. The South Carolina softball team swept a midweek doubleheader over Charleston Southern, needing only a total of 12 innings to complete the sweep. The Gamecocks took the first game 9-2 and won the second in only 5 innings, dominating from wire to wire and finishing with an 8-0 victory. Kenzie McGuire was the star of the day, going a combined 7 for 8 at the plate with 4 runs scored and 5 RBI. Other standout performances included Jordan Fabian, who finished 5 for 7 on the day, and Mackenzie Bozell, who finished 4 for 8 with a home run. The Gamecocks get back into SEC action Friday when they travel to Oxford to take on Ole Miss. The South Carolina women's basketball team just hit another milestone. The Gamecocks will travel to the Bahamas in November to participate in the inaugural Women's Battle for Atlantis. The men's version of the tournament is one of the most prestigious invitational tournaments that are played early in the NCAA basketball season, and the women's tournament looks to be no different. Besides the Gamecocks, the tournament will feature 3 teams ranked in the final poll of this season, including powerhouse UConn, Oregon, and South Florida, with Buffalo, Oklahoma, Minnesota, and Syracuse rounding out the field. South Carolina will look to use the tournament for a strong start next season as they hunt for the program's second ever national championship. That's what's happening for local sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Wade. Coming up, after fans have waited for more than a year, this hit show is releasing a new season. Stick around to find out more. Welcome back, Carolina. A co-host on this daytime talk show is showing remorse about a past on-air debate. Here with the details are News 4 entertainment anchors Lindsay and Chelsea.
Thank you, Lydia. After a 2-year wait, Hulu is finally releasing season 4 of the hit show Handmaid's Tale. For those of you who haven't seen the show, Handmaid's Tale is based on the dystopian novel written by Margaret Atwood. The premise of the show is that fertile women are placed with families in power and their primary purpose is to bear children. There have been a few trailers released teasing the new season that suggest a major plot development for one of the main characters that have watchers on the edge of their seats waiting for the season to be released. Fans have been begging for the show to start back up, and the new season will be premiering April 28th with 3 episodes being released all in one day. There's still time to catch up before the release, so head on over to Hulu and start binging the first 3 seasons. I am so excited about this. Me and my boyfriend watched it together. We've been waiting, and me and my mom. Like, literally, it's been 2 years. Like, come on.
Earlier when we were talking about it, I went and watched the trailer, and it looks so good.
It's just so interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that Hulu made it, I feel like these streaming services are coming out with really good shows, so I'm super excited for the new season.
Something to binge watch, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
On March 26th, Sharon Osbourne announced that she would not be returning to the daytime talk show The Talk, following a lively on-air debate about racism with her co-host, Cheryl Underwood. Now a month later, Cheryl Underwood has broke her silence on her 3-part series podcast titled Sharon Walks Away. Underwood says she regrets the whole controversy happening in the first place. Moving forward, Underwood said that she would be focusing on the evolution of The Talk and her own growth. I just think this was so crazy because they were such good friends, but like she said, it was inevitable for it to happen because of differences.
Yeah, of course.
That's all we have for you tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, Chelsea and Lindsay. Coming up after the break, meteorologist Kaden Dinkins will let you know what to expect for this week's weather forecast, so don't go anywhere.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Kaden Dinkins with your weather for tonight. Let's jump right into the weather headlines for this week and through next week. So starting tonight, we do see some showers a little bit before 12 a.m. and then starting at 12 a.m. we get into those deeper storms, more severe with that thunder as well. And then tomorrow there are afternoon showers, and then those showers continue over the weekend, but then that sun peaks through starting on Monday. Now, the state highs of today, we did have a very nice warm day overall in South Carolina. In the Midlands, we stayed in the relative the lower 80s and 83 in Columbia, Aiken, Orangeburg, and Sumter, a little bit warmer in Florence at 84, and then the upstate 80 in Rock Hill, 78 in Greenville, and then 77 in Greenwood. And then if we jump down to the coast, 79 in Hilton Head, 80 in Charleston, and then 79 in Myrtle Beach. So pretty warm, not too cold for us. It's getting warmer as we get closer to summer. And then the weather this week, so like I said, we do have showers on Friday, showers after 2 p.m. with a high of 81 and a low of 61. So that sun comes out in the morning and then showers later on, and they're not very long. Saturday, we do also have a chance of storms with a high of 83 and a low of 61. That is primarily all day throughout the day. And then Sunday, we have a chance of showers before 2 p.m. So unlike Friday, it reverses a little bit. And there are before 2 p.m. and then nothing afterwards with a high of 79 and a low of 54. And like I said, on Monday, that sun peaks right out for us with a high of 82 and a low of 55. As well as Tuesday, the sun comes out with a high of 83 and a low of 57. And then Wednesday, it is a high of 79 with a low of 56. Now, right now in Columbia, South Carolina, it is 75 degrees. It feels like 70 with the winds going up south at 8 miles an hour and a humidity of 40%. Now, that humidity comes with that rain that we are going to see later on tonight. It is warm and cloudy, and the sun sets at 7:50 tonight. Well, that's all I have for you guys tonight for weather, and hopefully you stay tuned for tonight's edition of Carolina Canines.
And finally, tonight's edition of Carolina Canines features Archie. The picture was sent in to us by USC sophomore Lauren Barth. Archie is a Cavapoo who loves to snuggle with warm socks and eat yogurt. And Eliza Pearl, what is the cutest thing is the little bow tie.
Oh my goodness, it's my favorite whenever people dress their dogs up. It just really brings out the personality for sure.
It goes with the name Archie,
Absolutely.
for sure.
That's all we have for you on tonight's edition of SGTV Nightly News.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC. To keep up with all of our content, be also sure to visit us online at sgtvonline.com. For SGTV Nightly News, I'm Lydia Blackstone.
And I'm Eliza Pearl Philpott. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina, and forever to thee.